Hi, and welcome to week 6 of the Business Model Canvas. I'm Joe here with Innovative Containers. Going to kind of discuss this week's main topics, which revolves around the cost structure and the key resources. So Innovative Containers helps individuals create modular office spaces and affordable homes or add-ons to already existing homes through construction and development of shipping containers. These shipping containers create a new aesthetically pleasing styles in an untraditional way. They're quick and easy for building on a budget and time efficiency, and they are the most sustainable choice. Before we get started in diving into the cost structure and our key resources, I kind of want to touch on some questions we had from last week's video. In regards to pricing per square foot, Innovative Containers will use the square foot of the containers with the pricing. However, as you mentioned in the comment, or as it was mentioned in the comment, demand and material price in this industry fluctuates very frequently. So our Innovative Containers pricing model will also be fluctuating back and forth as the market and the material demand fluctuates throughout the market. Moving to why a strategic alliance with Innovative Containers. Well, I think strategic alliance with Innovative Containers can help these smaller residential home builders kind of compete with its top competitors. So, for example, a D.R. Horton is one of the biggest home builders in America. And if you have a smaller residential home builder around Pensacola area, they might not be able to have the capital or the expenses to or the revenue to pay for the expenses to keep up with a D.R. Horton. So breaking off into this market and starting a strategic alliance with Innovative Containers could benefit them against their competitors. However, we will not be focusing on that for the first year. We would like to kind of build our brand and name and show that we would like to stay in business and continue to grow throughout this business. Moving forward to our last question, would Innovative Containers be interested in partnering with wholesalers? Yes, I mean, absolutely. Any advantage that Innovative Containers can gain on competitors, I think will be very beneficial. However, back to the first year to 2 years, really just kind of focusing on building that vendor relationship with these potential partners or wholesalers will be the most beneficial thing for us. I think that will prove why these partners should partner with Innovative Containers. And that's about all the questions we had for last week. And moving forward to the cost structure and key resources of week 6. So what resources do we need for Innovative Containers to kind of start and begin this business? Our main starting idea for this would be a venture capital. So this kind of helps us in a way because construction is in constant growth. There's constantly going to be industrial construction, residential construction, commercial construction happening. So I think as that continues to happen, Innovative Containers has a market and can get some venture capital to help with early stage financing because we prove that our business could potentially start and continue to grow from there up. Moving forward from that, we'll look into the SBIR grants, which was shown throughout the Udacity videos. So coming from that will be a beneficial help with the startup financing, as well as investors and such, so on and so forth. Finally, working into the year to 2 year range, as I mentioned before, gaining those corporate partners will benefit the key financial metrics for Innovative Containers and help us grow throughout there. Moving forward, our physical resources that we will need will be our warehouse and office space to hold any extra material we may have or extra containers we may have to kind of speed up the process and shipping delays and whatnot we may run into. And finally, our human resources. We would like to have or look into having some kind of mentor or coach or advisor kind of helping or going with us as just kind of following us in the growth of the business itself. I think that would be beneficial to us and really just helping add more knowledge that we may not have at the time, and moving forward to growing. With that being said, how many individuals or employees will Innovative Containers need? Our main employees will be strictly our office manager, our marketing and advertising position. With that being said, our office manager and myself will be kind of based off doing the billing and scheduling, working with our potential clients and subcontractors from there. After that, our marketing and advertising positions will be working specifically on our brand name and getting our name out there, which evidently will help us and benefit from that 1 to 2 year and hopefully grow to meeting with these corporate partners. Moving on to our expense model, Innovative Containers direct costs, they come from strictly our material, our labor, and our equipment, whereas our indirect costs revolve more so around our field overhead or on-site engineering, and stuff like that. So with that being said, or what that is, would be surveyors coming to our job sites to kind of build our structural design plan and our blueprints that we are wanting for our clients or our clients are wanting for themselves. And from there, we have a couple other indirect costs that aren't directly related to the project that go there. And finally, our general and administrative expenses. Those expenses come from our company expenses mainly. So that would be such as rent or office supplies, marketing, and our salaries between our few employees. And kind of breaking down our pricing and expense model, I'll have it kind of added on to my business model canvas attached at the bottom. And that'll kind of show you how our basic package for homeowner or company would be in relation to our revenue streams. With that being said, moving forward, the access to resources and the location of the company itself, I think a great location for Innovative Containers would be the industrial park here located in Pensacola. With that being said, I think that gives Innovative Containers a universal area and location to kind of touch on or be in the center of everything that they need. With that being said, it's close to suppliers. It has very easy access for shipping and delivery, as multiple suppliers and wholesalers are already in that area. So I think that would be very beneficial with us, as well as building those possible vendor relationships, working with these other suppliers that are there. And that way we can kind of get we have different locations from there to kind of build our first couple models, to kind of present those and advertise those, especially having the beach so close to us, and possibly putting a model out there to get the ball rolling and kind of get that first example out to the world. From that being said, our cash flow break-even analysis, like I said, will be kind of displayed on my business canvas model. However, I will touch on that a little bit. So with the cost and breakdown of the job site itself, everything combined of the basic package would be around $72,000 plus shipping. However, in order to break even and Innovative Containers to grow after a couple of years, this will have to be equal to or less than our revenue streams, creating that growth that we are looking for. Now, what is our finance operations timeline? So in order to finance with these companies, especially starting off, if we don't have that initial finance or financial capital or that investor financing or equity, I think it'll be very difficult to start for Innovative Containers, for one. Two, I believe setting up monthly accounts with these bigger vendors, such as your Connex West, your Bell Steel, setting up those kind of monthly accounts, or a Lowe's for small materials here and there. So setting up those accounts for monthly payments will benefit Innovative Containers in the long run, because it'll give us time to have multiple projects kind of going on at once. That way we have multiple revenue streams kind of coming in and at different times, giving us options to pay out our vendors and continue business from there. And with these resources and needing these resources, they will come as these projects have been agreed upon or these contracts have been signed to continue. So once that contract gets signed from a client and the permitting and licensing stages have begun, we can kind of continue to move forward with the project and the plans we have set up and taken forth. With that being said, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next week.